Ito yung border ng Ukraine tsaka Poland. So nandito ako sa may Ukraine side and ayan yung pila at tapos dun sa dulo up ahead andun yung border checkpoint. And on the other side of that is Poland. I joined a reporting tour into Ukraine and we were there for more than a week. My takeaway is may ironies, like it's a war zone, the country is at war, pero tuloy yung buhay nila. Pag nando ka sa mga cities na malayo sa frontline, hindi mo mararamdaman na may nangyayaring gera except when the air raid sirens ring. Hindi ko alam kung narinig niya. That's when it hits you that you're in a place na, where you're in constant danger. So ano ba yung situation ngayon? They are still in the very thick of battle. And mahirap ngayon yung situation nila kasi medyo parang stalemate. And it's taking all of the Ukrainian military strength and the Ukrainian society strength to maintain that stalemate. And you have to hand it to the Ukrainians for being able to maintain this stalemate. I mean, the battle, the war is obviously lopsided in Russia's favor. Russia is the larger, heftier military power. And Ukraine, although it's a developed country, it's actually a beautiful country. Frankly, it's a pleasant surprise that they are able to match Russia's strength, that they're holding the line.
We have not other choice. We have to win because of in other case he will just kill us. Putin will never stop until we'll stop him.
So ito ngayon yung reality. Indiscriminately, whether city, whether it's a critical infrastructure, military outpost, or civilian, whatever, maybe even kahit open field, walang lugar na 100% safe sa mga rockets, missiles, drone attacks ng Russia. So dahil doon, sarado yung airspace. And so dahil doon, kung pupunta ka ng Ukraine, ang landing mo is another country that shares a border with Ukraine. So in our case, it's Poland. You gotta hand it to the resilience of the Ukrainians. But also, their message is that nahihirapan na sila. Nauubusan na sila ng bala. They're saying that they have enough people, but they do not have anymore enough weapons and munitions to outlast the enemy. They've come to a point na parang nasaid na yung pwede nilang makuhang support from the big countries of the West like the US, the UK, the EU. Parang nanlalamig na ng konti compared sa nung umpisa ng gera yung suporta na natatanggap nila. Kaya ngayon, they're calling upon other countries because every little bit of help from every country in the world, pag pinagsama-sama, malaki din yon. Another message that they have is they want to correct yung perception na kaya sila inatake ng Russia was because they were acquiescing, like Ukraine was acquiescing to NATO, or that Ukraine's desire for membership in NATO will bring NATO's borders right at Russia. And sinasabi lang, hindi totoo yun kasi yung Finland na meron ding shared border with Russia just joined NATO in 2023. And yet, hindi naman siya nilusob ng Russia. So sinasabi nila, ever since talaga, si Vladimir Putin and I guess some quarters within Russia have always perceived Ukraine to be part of Russia. But in this trip, in this coverage of ours for a week going around Ukraine, pinakita nila na no, we are a distinct nation. Their national identity is not a product of the dissolution of the Soviet Union in the early 90s. It's definitely not just an offshoot or a branch of Russia. They are vehement. They insist that Ukraine and Ukrainians are their own separate nation, their own separate identity, and no one has the right to just barge in and claim it for themselves. Pag nag-ikot ka dito, marami kang makikitang expressions of hatred towards Vladimir Putin. Nakakatawa yung iba, humorous. But what's a smaller country to blame when it's being pushed to the wall by a more powerful neighbor? And you know what? Actually, it shouldn't be hard for us Filipinos to be able to relate to this dahil we know this experience. We have been colonized, and more than that, even today, we face annexation. Is that the right word? Virtually, it's annexation. It's occupation by China. China has basically rescinded our access to the West Philippine Sea. Kung hindi man tayo nilusob to the degree ng Russia na merong mga tangke na pumasok, pero sa tubig natin nandiyan na yung mga barko ng China. We have parallels to this experience. Alam natin yung pakiramdam na kinukubkub ka, sinasakop ka ng kapitbahay mong bansa na mas malaki at mas malakas sa'yo. Ang message ng Ministry of Foreign Affairs ng Ukrainian government is that pag ang Ukraine napabayaan at God forbid sakupin ng Russia, then it will normalize annexation, occupation, invasion in this day and age. In the year 2024, we are going to be back in the era of the world wars.
If NATO, is involved, it's a real, full-scale, third world war. Yes, we are asking for help, but on other side, that to explain also that we are defending not only ourselves, but also you.
Перемогу в цій війні.
If Russia wins, it will not be just a regional victory. It will have global repercussions that will encourage China, North Korea to act accordingly. If China decides to launch its aggression, so the countries of that region will immediately feel that.
Китаю не дає можливість.
That's the message, and yun yung dahilan kung bakit importante na hindi lang ang mga Ukrainians, hindi lang ang mga Europeans, pero ang lahat ng mga bansa sa mundo ay maging concerned, ay maging involved at magkaroon ng paninindigan pagdating dito sa pagsako, paglusob ng Russia sa Ukraine.